Well, welcome Dr. Stephen Backman to a place that I'm sure you've spent many nights.
And every anniversary.
It's funny you say that. When we came in here earlier, I said this is the place people come for anniversaries, birthdays, and for people within Charlotte County, of course, they just come weekly. Can I ask how you and Chris met?
Yeah, we met just after Chris first arrived. Mm-hmm. We were both attending a workshop. Chris was there to present everything about what a chef looks for in food and what he would like food to be presented to him if he's purchasing it. And we as a farmer, what we should be looking to deliver so that he has the most opportunity to create these beautiful dishes that you see here.
Wow. And were you farming scallops at that time?
I was, yeah.
Wow. Amazing. So, I mean, for you, did you feel that there is a real sense of pride within this community and the whole region for aquaculture?
Oh, it's hugely important here. Mm-hmm. In fact, the aquaculture industry brought me back home. So if it wasn't for the burgeoning aquaculture industry, I would still probably be not back home and not have the wonderful life I've been able to enjoy here.
Wow. And that's the thing. I mean, this region doesn't just it brings Europeans like us to come here. It brings people home who've moved away. It brings, the culinary scene here brings visitors from all over the world. I mean, it's quite a unique place in that respect. Would you both agree with that?
I think the products which we have brings people here. I think we have a long way to go in the culinary scene. I'm, try to be humble here, like a true maritimer after 19 years.
Interesting thing about the aquaculture industry is how many scientists that have been attracted here in support of the industry, and their work is being recognized around the world. So New Brunswick has become a real center of excellence for marine biology and aquaculture combined.
Right.
Yes.
And so for the average person who might appreciate that we have, the best salmon farming in the world here, or the best seafood in the world, or whatever it is that they're consuming or aware of, they're not aware of all of the different facets there are to the industry that include obviously people that are traveling globally to come to this beautiful restaurant to eat the amazing food, but also, as you say, bringing the best scientists in the world, or indeed actually creating them through education.
Yeah, exactly. It's incredible what you don't see that this industry is doing for this local community. And the industry started up at a time when the commercial fishery was in a really major downturn. People were either forced to leave or find employment in areas where they weren't really trained or didn't want to be involved in. And along came aquaculture, and suddenly people could stay in their communities. They could find really good employment, and we've created an amazing system of integration with marine biology, with food production, and with tourism. So the three really came all together, and we're not only a foodie center now. Chris is going to make that really amazing.
Yeah.
But we're also a center of excellence for scientific research.
As a chef, of course, who is interested in products, you've had knowledge so close by, right? I long argued that we are not only a center for agriculture and everything around it with the scientific institutions, Huntsman Marine Center and the biological station St. Andrews, which is one of it's the oldest North American marine biological station. Today one of the most modern ones as well. So we have that knowledge, but we have the knowledge about wild fisheries as well. And then there's a scientific knowledge, so it's a small little hub. So as a chef who is interested in the products, this was an opportunity I never dreamed of to have, because you're in a small community and all of a sudden you meet those folks at the game of golf.
Right.
And so you have their phone numbers.
Fishermen who were transitioning from the commercial fishery, they were actually becoming the first fisher farms. So they had all the knowledge, on working on boats and how to hold the systems together and teach them how to handle the nets. They knew all that, so they were off to a flying start. What they lacked was some of the husbandry that goes along with farming.
Right.
So that was a really good way to start to talk to the burgeoning farmers about sustainability and bringing them online to actually start putting the care. They're not fish that you're catching in a net anymore, they're actually animals that need your care 24 hours a day. Wow. And that fit really well, and it just grew.
Yeah.
And the demand for fresh seafood is escalating, and the most efficient way to meet this protein demand that's facing the world today is through aquaculture.
Right,
So
right.
if it wasn't for the New Brunswick salmon industry, I wouldn't be back home.
Right. That is gorgeous. Well, I can't thank you both enough for your time. It's been incredibly enlightening. And again, as someone that was already a kind of a fan of what you both do, but also what a fan of the industry does, it's been great for me to kind of learn and discover so many inspiring things. So thank you, gentlemen, for all that you do, and keep growing this industry.
Thanks for telling the story.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Really.
Appreciate
It really
it.
is. It's a really good story and it needs to be told.